Hey, what is up, you guys? It is Tyler. Welcome back to the Tyler Williams channel. Welcome to another video. Yes, guys, it is WrestleMania, technically WrestleMania week, but weekend is approaching. I'm super excited for all the events going on surrounding WrestleMania that I'm going to. One of them, sadly, is not NXT Takeover in New York. I know a lot of you probably were believing I'm going to that show. I'm actually not going to that show. I'm actually instead going to Joey Janela's Spring Break Night 1, which is happening the exact same time as this show. I kind of was like, I've been to Takeover already this year, and on top of that, Spring Break only happens once a year, so it's like, well, let me go to the Spring Break, and then it's like I can watch NXT Takeover literally the next day. So that being said, I'm going to be watching NXT Takeover literally the next morning following, but I feel like it's only fitting that I do a prediction, slash preview video for NXT Takeover anyway. So with that being said, let's get straight into it, guys. I can't wait. I'm pretty excited for it. Now, as we all know, NXT TakeOver is one of the most promising things you can catch all weekend long for anything WWE related going on that weekend, whether it be Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. Usually those are the 5 pay-per-views that we get takeovers for. I think this year we're supposed to be getting one that doesn't have a WWE pay-per-view going on that weekend. But nonetheless, 5 matches are usually the 5 or 4 matches really usually the limit for NXT TakeOver shows. So you got 5 matches here that I'm going to go over. The first match that's happening is the Velveteen Dream defending his NXT North American Championship against Matt Riddle. Fair reminder, I haven't watched a single NXT episode since really January, so I can't tell you what's going on. I'm just basically going off of my assumptions, my predictions. Velveteen Dream won that title a few weeks after TakeOver. So it's kind of, it's like he hasn't had the title for that long. But Matt Riddle is the guy. That's the man right there. Matt Riddle is so talented. Both of them are really talented. But Matt Riddle, undefeated. I think they have big plans for him. It's very easy to just say, oh, Matt Riddle's going to win the title. But it's like, the Velveteen Dream hasn't held the title for that long. But you know what? Night after WrestleMania, I could totally see them calling up the Velveteen Dream. Ooh, you know what? I think I'm going to go with Matt Riddle for this one. I think Matt Riddle beats Velveteen Dream for the North American Championship. And we see Matt Riddle go up to, I think we see him go up to SmackDown. I fear for his life if he goes up to main roster, so I'm hoping this isn't the case, but you want progression for these wrestlers, so I think he goes up to SmackDown after WrestleMania, or he might even be the Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal, who knows, but either way, I think Matt Riddle wins the NXT North American Championship. After that, we have the NXT Tag Team Championships on the line as the winners of the Dusty Road Classics, Ricochet and what was I about to say? Ricochet and Aleister Black go up against the War Raiders. The War Raiders had I thought it was the best match of the entire weekend. NXT TakeOver Phoenix, I was there. I fucking loved the match that they had with the Undisputed Era. Ricochet and Aleister Black just fought for the Raw Tag Team Championships on Raw yesterday, and I believe they lost because I didn't see any reports saying that they won the titles. That being said, if they don't have anything going for them at WrestleMania, then I'm going to say that they win the NXT. You know what? Scratch that. I feel like they've been on the main roster for a few, about, what, like 1 or 2 months now? Maybe a month and a half? Since that's the case, I don't see why they would be on the main roster for like 2 months and then go straight back to NXT. I think winning the NXT Tag Team Championships might solidify them as just being an NXT for a while. And I don't see a reason for them to kind of flip back and forth between NXT and the main roster. I think what they should do is either decide on one brand and stick there instead of fluctuating between Raw and SmackDown. I think they've been on Raw more than SmackDown these last few weeks, which is good. But nonetheless, I am going to go with the War Raiders. I don't think it's their time to go up to main roster yet. I don't want to see them go to main roster, period. But since Ricochet and Aleister Black are already on Monday Night Raw, they might as well just stick there. And I don't see a reason for them winning the NXT titles at this point. So I'm going to go with Ricochet And now it's the Black going to main roster. War Raiders stay NXT. They retain their titles. Third match I'm super excited for. I can't wait for it. I can't believe it's happening in America. I was thinking it's going to happen at the next UK Takeover, but I'll take it. Pete Dunne will be defending his NXT UK Championship against Walter. I can't wait for this match. I'm so excited for it. Pete Dunne's been NXT UK champion long enough. I don't want you guys to think I dislike Pete Dunne. I love Pete Dunne. He's the fucking best. But he's been NXT champion for almost 700 days, we're nearing. I think it's time for him to drop this title. It's been time for him to drop the title. So, no perfect man for him to drop it to than Walter's, a guy who's been killing it on the independent scene for years now. He's now in NXT UK. He's still undefeated. He's still a force to be reckoned with. You got to build him up, and I think the way to do that is to have him beat the NXT UK champion on the first try. You know, they could do a rematch at the next UK Takeover. I think there you should have Walter beat Pete Dunne as well. But, easy answer, Walter beats Pete Dunne. I will be very disappointed if they have Pete Dunne beat Walter. I'm just saying. I don't know about y'all, but I'll be disappointed in that outcome. I don't see any other outcome but for Walter to win this match. So I'm going to go with Walter as new NXT UK champion. Next up, we have a fatal four-way for the NXT Women's Championship. Shayna Baszler defends her title against Io Shirai, Bianca Belair, and Kairi Sane. I almost forgot Kairi Sane was in this match for a second. I'm also really excited for this fatal four-way match. Like, 4 women are just amazingly talented women. Bianca Belair was the last woman to have a championship match against Shayna Baszler at NXT Takeover Phoenix, which she was unsuccessful in. Shayna Baszler's been in NXT for a while now. Like, she's been down there for at least a year, maybe a little bit longer than that. She's been in NXT for a long time. So is Kairi Sane, honestly. For me, there's no reason for Shayna Baszler to still be NXT Women's Champion coming out of the show, which is why I think they did it for a four-way match, so that way they can have her lose the title and not get pinned going into the main roster. So Shayna's losing the title no matter what, in my opinion. Who wins the title, it can go either way. I think it's going to be between either Bianca and Io. Kairi, love her to death, but she's already won the NXT Women's Championship, so there's no reason for her to win it. I think she should stay in NXT because you might as well just stick a nail in her coffin as soon as she goes to Raw or SmackDown. So she's staying in NXT. I think Shayna's going to the main roster, and I think that we're going to see Io Shirai win the NXT Women's Championship. I know Bianca, she's been in NXT for a while as well. I could honestly see her winning. I would not be at all upset if she won the title in this match, but I think Io Shirai is someone they're really going to be banking on for the future. So for that reason, I'm going with Io Shirai. And imagine at the next TakeOver, we get Io Shirai versus Kairi Sane. Do you know how fucking amazing the match will be? I'm getting excited just thinking about it. So that being said, I'm going with Io Shirai for new NXT Women's Champion. Can't wait for that match. And then in the main event, 2 out of 3 falls. Johnny Gargano takes on Adam Cole for the vacated NXT Championship. Now, I think we could all assume, had this have gone as planned and Tommaso Ciampa did not get injured, it would have been Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. Probably 2 out of 3 falls for the NXT Championship this weekend. I'm almost certain if that match were happening this weekend, I would be going to NXT New York. But it's not, so I'm like, I've already been to a TakeOver, I'm fine. Johnny Gargano, he's been in NXT for really 3 years. 2015 has he been in NXT? 3-4 years that next Johnny Gargano's been down there, and he still has not won the NXT Championship. Would have been perfect if he won it from Tommaso Ciampa, but I guess we can't get that story climax released for another few months, maybe a year. Hopefully it won't be that long, and hopefully Tommaso Ciampa can make a speedy recovery. But nonetheless, we're dealt with Johnny versus Adam Cole. Adam Cole's a great wrestler. I don't want to shit on him at all because, yeah. It's very tough because you want to say that you want to see Johnny Gargano win it from Tommaso Ciampa, but you don't know when Tommaso's coming back, and do you really want to extend this feud out that much longer than it already has been? I mean, it's been a feud going on for basically a whole year now, going on 2 years if they wait until June. Do you want to extend that feud out until Tommaso comes back and make it a almost 3 year long feud? I don't know if that feud has that much longevity in it, honestly. I mean, I don't want to see the climax to it, but can they extend it out that long is the question. And I don't know. I think maybe this is the time to have Johnny Gargano win the NXT Championship. It's been long enough. We've had enough. Johnny coming this close and not winning it. So I think it's time for him to win the championship. I'm going to go with Johnny Gargano to win the NXT Championship here. That's my that's my predictions for NXT Takeover New York. This is why I hate recording on my phone, because I can't edit this shit out. Nonetheless, thank you guys for listening in. I did do my predictions for G1 Supercard of Honor. That is on Pure Grey Pure's YouTube channel. Go check out his channel. Link in the description down below. He did a prediction / preview for NXT Takeover, not NXT Takeover, G1 Supercard of Honor. I was on that show, so if you want to catch my predictions for that show, go watch it. Thank you guys for listening in. I will be putting a video out either later on today or maybe early tomorrow, depending on if I have time, for my plans for WrestleMania weekend. So yeah, I love you guys always, and I'll talk to you later. Peace out, guys.